Realism. There are a lot of games that use this word in their marketing, and sure, they provide a nice touch when it comes to attention to detail and weapon models, all good things, but there's one game that really takes the idea of realism in video games and completely redefines it for the whole genre. Let's talk about Ground Branch. Welcome to the channel, gamers. My name is Tacti. Today we're going to dive into the latest teaser drop for the game Ground Branch with their 1032 update in the works. If you haven't heard of Ground Branch before, it's a hardcore tactical shooter with a commitment to that word again, realism. When I say commitment, I mean commitment. Movements, weapon handling, and extremely low time to kill, weapon customization, they've been committed to providing the most realistic first-person shooter experience possible in regards to all these mechanics. It's a pretty bare bones experience for now, but the small dev team continues to push forward on this 1032 update, which appears to be changing the game dramatically. So we're going to go through this video that they show and compare what's coming in the new build to the old build right now. We're going to see how those features compare. If that's your thing, go ahead and hit that subscribe button there. I cover primarily hardcore tactical shooters, so feel free to follow along as these games progress. So it's been about 7 months since the last big update for Ground Branch, the pains of working for a small dev team. The game itself has been in development for something like 8 to 10 years now or something, but the game continues to receive slow but steady updates, and they come whenever the dev team finishes them. There's no real timeline for how long these things take, it just takes as long as it takes. You can check out their roadmap here on the Trello page to see what's in store for the game, how far along everything is, all those little bits of information. And there are a lot more things coming than in this video. I just want to go over the video that they released. I'm going to link a video down below going over everything that has been covered in this update already. But in the latest video here, that's what I want to focus on. We get to see several new big things coming that we knew were coming, but just shows us a little bit more of what it actually looks like in practice. The new ragdolls, the new sounds, new reload animations, all these things are looking fantastic. So let's go through here and compare. Alright, so the first thing I notice here is the animation to raise the rifle. This is coming from the low ready position to an ADS position. You can see the animation we currently have brings the rifle up from the bottom right of the screen, while the new animation brings it up in like a sway motion from the bottom of the screen, and just has that little wobble at the end as your operator stabilizes the rifle on his shoulder. You can see here also the grip has changed. I don't know if this is going to require some sort of specific foregrip at the moment, but the weapon is now held in a C-clamp, so you can see the watch looking nice there. Previously, as you can see, you had to free look down to see that, so that's a little bit easier to see. With Ground Branch, you don't have a compass on the top or bottom of your screen, so now the watch is what you're going to look at, and this is going to be a little bit easier to navigate where enemies are and communicate with your squad. Now, as he shoots, you'll notice that not only do the bodies drop in their new ragdoll style, but also the rifle has a different sound. It's a little more punchy with some echoes being heard throughout the air. It's vastly different from what we have now. Just listen to that. And keep an eye on the recoil here as he moves through this as well. The bounce is much different than the current build. It's a bit more randomized now. This old build, it just kind of goes straight up. It's not exactly super random and just doesn't feel right. Again, we see the ragdoll physics. They're looking great as he progresses through and comes to this reload here. A lot more on the screen. The rifle is blocking your vision quite a bit, but it's a lot more immersive. The sound of the reload has also changed here and will vary depending on what style of magazine you're using. So for example, if you're using a metal magazine, that's going to sound different than if you're using a plastic magazine. Overall, the reload is just much smoother and looks very fluid as the operator brings the weapon down into the low ready again. Then we get to see a taste of some full auto action, and I forgot to mention the new EOTech sight here is a flat dark earth coating, something I don't think that's currently in the game. Maybe I missed that when I was going through it, but not in the game, just a nice little touch. Now, as he moves along, you see the operator switch to high ready here before he engages any more targets. A little bit more natural positioning here with the rifle. This is what we currently have and what it looks like, and just seems like an unnatural position. More just holding it to your right side, but if you're going to hold it in the high ready, you're likely going to bring it across your body a little bit. So just a little bit more natural position there. Then, of course, when he's in the high ready position and transfers to the ADS position, it's just another smooth transition. And then here you see him switch from his primary because he's out of ammo to his secondary. And I don't know if it's a bug or I don't really know what's going on here, but he brings the weapon to compressed ready first before aiming down the sights again. I don't know, maybe he did that on purpose, or maybe it just didn't register that he was continuing to aim down the sight. Because right now, if you ADS with the rifle and then you bring out your pistol, you're going to be ADSing at the same time. So either way, we see a new pistol position, a new transition. He also fires from that compressed ready, ends up hitting the guy's leg there. And then again with that pistol, we hear some new sounds, and we hear the echo heard around the map. A solid new reload, and then a nice little yeet of the magazine there. Everyone likes a good mag chuck. And then briefly here, you see a bit of the point shooting position. I guess we'll call it that. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. I know there's high ready, low ready, and then the point shoot position. I'm just a civilian, so I'm not exactly trained in that stuff, but just let me know down in the comments below. And then you've got this guy. If the bullets didn't kill him, the neck fracture will. Remember kids, never stand on floating blocks without supervision. Alright fellas, there you go. There are some exciting new things. I just wanted to go through this video here and share some of the things that stood out, maybe some of the things you didn't notice, some of the comparisons to the old build. I am really looking forward to this build. I'm really looking forward to how this turns out. I'm hoping it really makes for a much smoother experience. The animations and the sounds just bring a whole lot more to the table. Now, one thing I hope they focus on in the future is a little bit more PvP integration. Right now, you pretty much have to organize it yourself. There isn't a queue, there isn't any type of selecting game mode. The player base just isn't really big enough right now, but hopefully they start bringing some of that in so that it brings more of the PvP community in. I don't know, something along those lines, because right now, it seems like the game just gets updated and then it dies again real quick, which is, I mean, there's just not much to hold attention for very long. So even with these animations, you can only do the same maps over and over again by yourself or with a team. Somehow that co-op and PvP integration I feel like needs to be in the game. What do you guys think? What do you think the game needs? What do you think of these animations? Again, I think they look great. I'm really looking forward to that. It's been way too long since this game is updated and way too long since I played this game. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, drop a like on the video. It helps the algorithm out quite a bit. I've been kind of clawing my way back. Work has been a little bit crazy lately, so I appreciate any support you can give me. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you in the next one. Be bold, be courageous, stay tactical.